Hello students, today we are going to study one new and very important topic in web page designing is the form. You already know with this concept of form. Here some information is provided and regarding that information we are inputting the data. This is known as the form. The basic purpose of this form is the data collection. Now let's move to the textbook. Forms in HTML is used to accept the user input. The form in HTML is created by using the form element as form to end of form. That means if we have to use the form in HTML file, that time we have to use the form tag, and to terminate the processing of that form tag, we have to provide the end of form. And as I already told you, the basic purpose of form is to accept the information from the user. Then this form having the different type of controls. A form is a collection of different elements, also called as controls, like text box, radio button, checkbox, submit button, and many more. Just see this. See, these all are the text box. Then this is submit button and this is the reset button. And here one text box, another text box, then here different radio buttons, then here combo box, or we can also display drop down list. Then here checkbox and submit button is provided. These are known as the controls on the form. Now we have to design such type of forms. And for that, let's move forward. Attributes used with the form elements and input elements. Here, while designing the form and different controls on the form, we have to use different attributes for the form, as well as we have to use the different input elements also. First of all, let us go for the form attributes. After specifying the form, we have to provide its attributes as name, action, and method. Name specifies the name of the form. If we are using the single form, then it is not essential to provide the name attribute. But if we are using multiple forms within a single file, in that case, we have to specify the name of the form. Then and then we can process properly for the information within that two forms. Then next one is the action. Action attribute specifies the path where the form information is to be submit. That means when we click on the submit button, then exactly where our information should submitted or cross check, that file link is provided under the action. The next attribute is the method. Method attribute specifies the get or post method to be used when submitting the form data. In general, two methods are used to submit or to process on the form data. First method is the get method and second method is the post method. These are the three main attributes used while specifying the form. After specifying the form in HTML file, provide name, action, and method. We will see it practically later on. First of all, let us go for the two types of methods and their details. First method is the get method and second method is the post method. The get method is the default method for submitting the data. If your form size is less and if you don't want more securities, that time you can prefer the get method. As here, the data submitted by the get method is visible in the address bar. Therefore, there is no security for our data. When you don't require more securities or any security for your data, if you are not processing on any sensitive data, in that case, you can prefer the get method. But when your form size, your form contents are bigger, if your form size is larger, and if your information is sensitive and it must be protected, that time you must prefer the post method. Post method of sending data does not display the form data in the address bar. So it is a secure method to submit sensitive or personal information. It does not have any size limitation as in the get method. Get method having the size limitation to submit the data, but post method does not have the any limitation. Therefore, small size forms get method is used, and for large size forms post method is used. Okay, these are the details about the attributes and their subtypes for the form control. Now, next attribute of the form is the input. The input tag is used to specify the different type of controls by using the type attribute. When you specify the input, immediately you have to specify its type. Just like here, some controls are provided, just like text box, radio button, checkbox, submit button, password, reset button, and button. First one is the input type equal to text. If you have to provide the text box on your form, just like this, here, this is the text box, and to display such type of text box, we have to specify input type equal to text. It creates one line text box. The next control is input type equal to radio. When you have to choose only one option within the multiple options, in that case, you have to prefer the input type as the radio. See here, how many piece of fruits do you eat per day? Here, specific options are provided, and within these 4 options, you have to choose only one option. Therefore, here radio buttons are used. Similarly, when we have to select the standard, gender, pass fail result, in that case also we have to use the radio buttons. The next one is the checkbox. Checkbox create a multiple selection choices where we have to display various options. Here in this example, checkbox is not displayed. Suppose you are submitting your admission form, and while submitting the admission form, you have to choose your subjects. That time you can use the checkbox for the multiple selection. Then next one is the submit button. Submit button is used to submit the data to the server or the specified file under the action. Whatever the file name is provided under the action attribute is activated when we click on the submit button. The next attribute is the password. Password is used to provide the data in the dot format or dis format. Some initial browsers were displayed it in the star format, but nowadays we are watching all password format in the dis format. Then next input type is reset. Reset clears all the form contents and displays it as the original form. Next one is input type equal to button. It displays push button which activates on event, such like next, record, previous record, stop button, play button. Such type of activities can be done by using this input type button. Then this input type having different type of attributes, just like the form having the name, action, method attribute, this input having different attributes. First attribute is type. Type describes the name of the control, just like text, radio, checkbox, submit, reset. Then name. Every field having the specific name. If we are providing the checkbox, in that case, we are having the multiple options and then we can provide the name for the specific option. Then max length. What should be the maximum length we can be provided, or how much max length data can be inserted within the text box or within the password, that is restricted by using this max length. Then size is used to specify the width of the box or text box. Then next option is check. When we are providing the check boxes, in that case, for the default selection, we can use the checked attribute. Then one more attribute is the value. Value provides the value for the specific checkbox or for the specific text box or for the specific radio button. Also, we have to provide the value for the submit and reset button. We will study all these attributes one by one through the program. The next attribute is the text area tag. Text area is mainly used for the multiple line box. For example, if you have to provide your address or feedback or comment, in that case, you can use the text area tag. Text area having the different attribute just like name, rows, calls, max length, and placeholder as well as required. Name indicate the name of the text area. Rows indicate how many rows will be displayed within that text area. Calls indicate how many column will be there within that text area. Max length, the maximum number of characters within that text area. Then placeholder is the short hint provided to specify the required data, and the required data is indicated by the attribute required. That means if you want feedback compulsory from all the participants, in that case, you have to use the text area, and within that text area, you have to provide the placeholder as well as required attributes. Here example is given: text area name equal to tal, then rows equal to 5, that means 5 rows will be displayed, then calls 30 columns will be displayed, and placeholder is your address. Your address name will be provided, and under this your address tab, you will provide your address. And here attribute provided is required. That means you cannot skip it. Compulsory, you have to fit the information there. And after that, immediately you have to end the text area. Okay, this text area is mainly used for providing multi-line text or multi-line data. It is used mainly for provide the comment, feedback, or address. The next tag is the select tag. Select tag is used to create drop-down list. Then attribute of the select tag is name, multiple, and size. Name assigns the name of the control. Multiple allows the user to select more than one value. Then size attribute is used to specify the number of visible values. And here, to display the actual atoms within that list, we have to use the option tag. By using that option tag, we can display the list atoms. The list may be for the cities, list may be for your hobbies, or list may be for your subjects. All that type of list can be used by using this option tag. And this option tag also having the attributes as selected and value. For example, if you are having the list of cities, and within that cities, you have to select Nasik city as a predefined city. In that case, for the Nasik, you will provide the selected attribute. The next one is the value. Value is used to specify the internal value for the processing within your drop-down list. Okay. All this is the theoretical part for the form for only for 11th. in 12th, we are going to study more deeply for the forms. Now let's see one program for the form. See here, I have already generated a form, and the form's output is like this. Here at the center, I displayed the data use of form. Then I use the text box to enter your name. Here you have to enter your name. Then you have to enter the password. Here, whatever the data you are providing, that will be in the this format. Then you have to select your standard. For selecting the standard, radio buttons are used. Due to these radio buttons, only one standard can be selected. Then you have to select your city. Just I told you that selected option is used to select the by default city. Therefore, here I have provided Pune as selected, and this is highlighted. If you want another city, you can change it. Also, you can change the format of this drop down list also. Then here you have to enter your address, and for that this text area is used. Here you can provide your address like this. Though number of rows are less, here scroll bar will be displayed and you can enter multiple line data under this text area. Then here check boxes are used to display your hobbies. You have to select your hobbies like this. If you want reading also, you can select it. And if you click on reset, whatever the data you are provided here, it will get blank. Okay. And after submit button, whatever the data you are provided here, that data will be submitted. Here, when I will click on the submit button, it will go for a.php. I have provided the action as a.php. Now we have to design such type of form. Now let's see the coding for the same. Here, first of all, we have to specify the doc type HTML, then HTML head. Under title, I have provided the form, end of title, end of head, then provided the BG color as cyan and text color as green. After that, I displayed the name use of form at the center with the H2 heading label. H2 align equal to center, use of form, then end of center, and then end of H2. This is the common part which we already studied. Now, the actual form tag starts from here. Form action equal to a.php, method equal to post. One more attribute we have studied, that is name. Name equal to suppose form1. It is not essential to provide the form name here as we are using only one form. Here, first one, action equal to a.php. What actually happens under the action? Here, when we click on the submit button, whatever the data we have submitted, all that data goes to this file, a.php. And this file will cross-check all our contents and will process them. This action is performed under this action attribute. Then method equal to post. Just we have studied that method are of two types. First one is the get and second one is the post. Though by default method is the get, but due to the security purpose, we will use post method for all the programs. Though our programs are not with more sensitive information, but still we will prefer the method as the post. Therefore, use method equal to post and then provide the name of the form as the form1. Okay. Remember this line very neatly. Then that time when you will specify the form tag, that time you have to use the action, method and name attribute, and also prefer post method for the form. Okay, now form is initialized. We have to go for the further controls. First of all, we have to display the data, enter your name. Here, we have displayed the data, enter your name. For that, what we have done, we simply type the data, enter your name. And after that, we have provided the text box. For that text box, we have to use the input attribute. Under this input, we have to use its inputs attribute as type and name. I have not used all the attributes as value, max length, length, width. I have not used that. I used only the necessary one. First one is the type. Type is very essential. Unless and until you specify the type, it will not work properly. Therefore, here type equal to text box. Though we are displaying the text box, its type is only text. You will not write text box. You have to write only text. And then I have given the name as T1. T stands for text and 1 is its first number. First text box, therefore provided here name as T1. You can give any name. It does not having any restrictions. Therefore, this line will display the text box like this one. Okay, this first text box will be displayed. Now here we have provided 2 break tags to display the next data on the next line. Here enter password. Now to display the password in the disk format, we have to use the type as password. I use the name as P1 and provided value is blank. See here, if I provide any value, suppose A, and then save it, and then again I refreshed it. What is happening? It displays single value in the password format. Also, if I provided a blank space only, single blank space, see neatly, refresh it, still it is providing single blank space, a single password. But we have to accept the password from the user. Therefore, always keep this value blank. You have to provide the value attribute, but keep it blank. File, save, and again refresh. Now, no single data or no single disk is displayed under the password. Let's move ahead. For the radio button, now you have to select your standard, 11th or 12th. For that, we have to use the radio. To display the radio button, we have to use the input type as a radio, name equal to R1 and value equal to 11th. This value will be executed internally when we click on 11th. And this value 12th will be executed internally if we click on 12th. Now here, after specifying the radio button for the 11th, I have provided 11th with sup tag, th with sup tag. It will display the data in this format, 11 and th. Okay, then I have provided ampersand NBSP semicolon. It is the special character in the HTML format to display a single blank space or to display a single white space. Single white space or single blank space can be displayed by using this ampersand NBSP semicolon. But remember that it must be in the small case. If you are providing it in the capitals like this, NBSP and then semicolon, let's see what happened. File C and then refresh. What happened? This data get displayed as it is. As it is not the special character under the HTML. The special character is only in the small cases, not in the caps. Therefore, you should not use capitals for specifying the blank space. I have provided 5 blank spaces, and after that I displayed here. We have to save this file. By after 5 blank spaces, I have displayed the 12th standard. Now to display the 12th, what I have done? Again, I have used radio button. Input type equal to radio, name equal to R1, value equal to 12th, and then provided the 12th. Here we have to change the value 11th and 12th, and it will execute internally. But remember one thing very neatly, that name must be same while using the radio. If you are providing here R2 instead of R1, here what you will feel? We are using the radio buttons and we are using the different radio buttons. In that case, value of first radio button will be R1 and value of second radio button will be R2. See what will happen. Now we used separate names for both the radio buttons. It will select 11th and 12th, both the options. But it is not the purpose of radio button. Radio button will select only one option. And for that, we have to provide the same name for the radio. हे अगदी व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवा. जेव्हा जेव्हा तुम्ही रेडिओ बटन यूज करतात त्यावेळेला एका ग्रुपच्या अंडर जेवढे रेडिओ बटन्स तुम्ही यूज करत आहात तेवढ्या सगळ्या रेडिओ बटनला एकच नाव द्यायचंय. तुम्ही कोणतंही नाव द्या, तेवढ्या सगळ्या त्या ग्रुप मधल्या रेडिओ बटनला सेम नेम आलं पाहिजे. Then next one, checkbox. No, drop down list. Select your city, select name equal to city, and then I used multiple option. Then here option tag is used with value attribute to display the first city as Nasik, and then I ended option. Again, option number 2, Pune, and we used selected attribute. Third city is Mumbai and fourth city is Nagpur. At every line, we ended the option tag, and after that, we ended the select tag. It is very essential to start the select tag and to display the select tag to display the such type of list. If you are not ended this select tag, your below data will not be displayed properly. Okay. Now here, as I told you, selected attribute is used to select the specific city in the by default format. See here, this Pune is selected by default. If you want to change it, you just remove this selected, and if you want to provide it as Nasik, provide it here, selected, then remove it, save this file, and then again refresh it. Now Nasik is displayed as the selected city. Also, if we don't want to display it in the list format, this is the combo box, we have to display in the drop down list, then just remove this multiple file, multiple attribute, and save, and then refresh. It will display the selected city at the first column. You can select any city from here. By default, it will show the selected city. Okay, just move ahead now. Next one is the text area. Here you have to enter your address, and for that I use the text area tag with attributes as rows equal to 5 and calls equal to 20. Here rows are 5. These are the 5 rows, 1, 2, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the 5 rows, and these are the columns. These columns we can increase it. It will display the scroll down bar, and we can insert as much data as we want. This is the text area tag. Now we have to display our hobbies in this format. Here we can select multiple hobbies, or we can select only one or only two hobbies. For this, we have to use the checkbox. Now, to use the checkbox and to display all the data in such a manner, just go for the coding. Here provide select your hobbies, then input type equal to checkbox, then name equal to C1. C stands for check. Then first checkbox is for dancing. Therefore, its value, provided value is dancing, and after that we have to provide the dancing. आता एक लक्षात घ्या, इथे जिथे आपण फक्त रेडिओ बटन आणि चेकबॉक्स यूज करतोय तिथे आपण हा टॅग कंप्लीट केल्यानंतर त्याच्या रिलेटेड डेटा प्रोव्हाइड केला. ओके, आपण फक्त टेक्स्ट बॉक्सला वगैरे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स पासवर्डला हा टॅग कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतर, इनपुट टॅग कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतर डेटा देत नाही. रेडिओ बटन लिस्ट फॉर्मॅट मधला डेटा असेल किंवा चेकबॉक्स फॉर्मॅट मधला डेटा असेल, तर त्यावेळेला इनपुट टॅग कंप्लीट झाला की जो डेटा आपल्याला डिस्प्ले करायचा आहे तो डेटा आपण प्रोव्हाइड करणार आहोत. ओके, इट विल डिस्प्ले द फर्स्ट checkbox with the dancing name, and then we will break it. Now I have provided these multiple ampersand NBSP semicolon. That means these much spaces to display this distance. हे जे डिस्टन्स आहे, हे डिस्टन्स जनरेट करण्यासाठी मी एवढे ampersand NBSP सेमिकोलन प्रोव्हाइड केलेले आहेत. त्याच्यानंतर सेकंड checkbox, input type equal to checkbox, name equal to C2, value equal to singing. It will display second checkbox as singing, then again third checkbox as studying, fourth checkbox as reading, and fifth checkbox as cycling. These are the 5 checkbox values. Then next one is the reset and submit button. To display the reset button, we have to use the type as reset. Input type equal to reset, name equal to reset, and value equal to reset. Then after 5 blank spaces, I have displayed the submit button. To create this space, I used 5 blank spaces and then provided the submit button by using the input type equal to submit, then name equal to submit, and then provided value equal to submit. And then we ended the form tag, body tag, and HTML tag. Now, whatever the data we are providing here under the value tag, it will display on these buttons. Here, instead of submit, if I provide the value as login, then this data will display as the login. Okay, इथे आपण जे व्हॅल्यू मध्ये नेम प्रोव्हाइड करू ते नेम आपल्या आउटपुट मध्ये डिस्प्ले करून आपल्याला मिळणार आहे. अगेन I provided it as a submit and then refreshed. Again it will be displayed as the submit. Okay, in this way you can generate your forms very easily. I will upload the text file as well as the video of this form format. Just study it properly. It is very important for the web page designing. If you are having any query, ask me personally. Okay, we will stop here today.